You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Okay. Lady Wolf Pack on a whole nother level. Savage as they come, gang of female rebel. We got the sharpest claws, we got the whitest teeth. We coming for your lunch, but we only bring the heat.
Hey y'all, I'm Cassidy, the favorite daughter, obviously.
And I'm Kim, her mom, her match, and the real reason she turned out halfway decent.
Welcome to Mom's Favorite, the podcast where we laugh, vent, and overshare like it's our full-time job.
Yeah. And we're coming straight to you from Austin, Texas, where the queso's hot, the opinions are hotter, and we don't sugarcoat a damn thing.
You know, just think of us as Thelma and Louise, but only they're related and they have a podcast instead of a death wish.
So go ahead and pour yourself something strong, maybe a margarita, get a little snack.
Because here on Mom's Favorite, we got a lot to unpack. Welcome back, MF'ers. Woohoo! Boo, boo, boo. You know, here on Mom's Favorite, it's mostly a fun time. It's a party, but sometimes we got to get a little dark and twisted.
And today, we're diving into the Netflix documentary Unknown Number, the High School Catfish.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, no. We're putting on our true crime hats today, y'all, among other things. We're gonna talk about a couple other really cool things, but this story is so shocking, and it's about cyberbullying and small town gossip, and the twist, the stalker was closer than anyone imagined.
Yeah, this one's a doozy and raises huge questions about trust, mental health, and technology.
Okay, so this is your spoiler alert. Pew, pew, pew. If you haven't yet seen Unknown Number, pause this podcast immediately and go watch it. You will not be disappointed.
But if you have seen it and are just as shook as we are, let's dive on into it.
Let's go.
Cassidy,
What? What?
Cassidy, I honestly can't even believe what I just saw in that show.
I know.
It's the most craziest thing ever.
I know.
Not what I expected at all.
I finally watched it because you told me to watch it. And then also my MA Karen at work, shout out to Karen. We love her. She's a nice Karen. She was also like, you have got to watch it. There's a crazy twist. I was like, okay. So I watched it in like one sitting.
I know.
It was so crazy.
So when you watched it, did you really dive into how did this even really happen? Like, how on earth would there be a mother that would do something like this?
Yes.
Or did I just give it away?
Well, we said spoiler alert, so it's okay. If you came this far and it just got spoiled, that's your fault. We warned you.
But how, like, when I watch these shows, I'm like really immersed into it because, you know, I honestly think that I work for the FBI.
Investigator.
I'm an investigator. in my mind, I am. And so when I watch them, I'm watching this woman, the mom. Kendra. I'm watching this mom and I'm just like trying to crack her code by looking at her and looking at her eyes and her mannerisms, and I can't. I couldn't crack her code.
Yeah,
so
she's messed up.
You kind of tell a little bit about the story, because there might be quite a few people that have not seen that show.
And keep
although
in mind,
Shelley and Jody did talk about it a little bit on their podcast.
Oh, they
too.
did.
But
Okay. Yeah, and keep in mind, it's a documentary, and so stuff gets left out, stuff gets made to look like one thing when it could be another, because it is for entertainment after all. But essentially, this really happened. It's a true story. Is a tiny little town in Michigan, a little high school that had like not that many kids, and so everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's business. And this girl, Lauren, when she's like 13, has like her little first boyfriend, Owen. And so then they start getting texts from just like a random number. And this number was made through like an app to hide your identity, like Pinger, I think is what they said they use. But there's a bunch of those apps out there where it just gives you some random number. And initially, the messages kind of started out like, Owen doesn't really like you. You're so ugly. Why would you wear that to school? And it became obvious that this was someone like that was really close to them, because they just knew a lot of details about, everyday
so
life.
Like when she first started getting the messages, I'm sure she like went to her mom and said,
Yeah,
"Oh, hey."
did. Yeah, that's weird. I'm getting these weird
why am I
messages.
getting these messages? And her mom was like,
Yeah, her mom said, just ignore it, which I would say too. So,
yeah,
to be fair.
yeah.
Yeah, her mom was like, just ignore it. Well, and then the little boyfriend was getting them too. And essentially, this whole thing went on for like almost 2 years, and kind of progressively got more and more. Like, the messages were so vulgar and like vile. And the thought of a mom saying this stuff to her 14-year-old daughter is like insane to me.
Well, and that was the thing that was one of the things that was really wild, was when you're reading all these, you're hearing all these vile, just these really nasty, nasty things on these text messages. You're just thinking in your mind that it's probably like some dude or some jealous girl that she goes to school with. So you're like, that's gross and da 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 da. But then when you like get the revelation that it's really her mom sending all of these messages, it's like your stomach hurts.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it takes a whole nother level of just
psycho.
Of just almost like sickness.
Oh, it absolutely is. And even like the grammar of the texts was a kid, you know what I mean? Or like a teen. And so that's probably why no one suspected her, ever. But I did read a thing that said that they left out of the documentary that some people in the community and even the school were suspicious of her early on, because throughout like this girl Lauren's childhood, she was like involved, but to a level that was like, this is not normal.
Right.
So
like a helicopter mom on steroids.
Yeah, like helicopter on steroids.
Like there's something sickening about this mom.
Yeah.
Like she's too over
Like we're loving parents, but like that's another level type of thing. And so what the craziest thing to me was that, well, I say the craziest thing. The whole thing was freaking crazy. But the fact that it took so long to figure out where the messages were coming from, the fact that there's not something in place that would allow them to trace back. You know what I mean? Like, that's scary.
Yeah, that was strange. But I think it was maybe because it was such a small town and they were, not, they probably didn't have the most sophisticated of police forces. And so it being like, and probably in the beginning, they were just like,
oh, we'll find it.
Yeah.
They weren't
like, or this will just kind of go away. This is just like, just a prank almost. But
And they talked about like, well, just get a new number, and you would think, oh, yeah, that would work. And even, I don't know if it was her mom or one of the moms said, well, this is someone really close. So if they got a new number, they would just keep doing the same thing.
Well, and didn't she work in IT or something?
Yeah,
She supposedly was like a computer knowledgeable person. And so, and I guess it's not that hard to be able to get numbers and also to hide your number, your identity, obviously, which is really kind of weird that it's kind of that easy to do.
Yeah. And it was obvious to me that because if you haven't seen it, she essentially was fired from her jobs and hadn't told her husband. I don't know what she was doing every day, getting up and going to work, but she must have been like devoting her entire day to sending these messages. Because they said sometimes it would be like 50 messages a day.
Yeah, they said tens of thousands of messages.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that many messages. I mean, I would just turn the phone off.
Yeah, I would just not have a phone.
Yeah. And I think that had it not been her mother, the real parent would have, I mean, the parent of, would say, hey, give me your phone. I mean, especially like when it's like a 12, 13, 14-year-old or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
she's
like,
not driving.
Hey, give me your phone, you know.
Yeah.
This is something's going on until we get to the bottom of it. This is not being safe for you. But yeah, and just the things that she said about like, go kill yourself.
I know.
It was like...
And they were like, so
wow.
did you want your daughter to kill herself? Because...
And her answers were so flimsy.
No, her whole interview was so crazy to me. I mean, obviously this woman is sick in the head. And
so is that like Munchausen?
yeah, I mean, basically. Well, now it's called, what is it called? It's called...
So Munchausen is when...
Factitious disorder is like the new name of it. But they said on the show, it's like a cyber Munchausen's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Instead of like making your kid physically ill to the point where they're relying on you to help them.
You're harming your kids mentally.
Right.
Yeah. It almost even seemed like, and I don't know if I'm wrong about this because I'm certainly no psychologist, but it seemed like she was jealous of her daughter.
Yeah.
She was really jealous of her. It wasn't just she wanted to like hurt her so that she could make her need her mother more, but it was almost like she really wanted to be her daughter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she said it in the interview, and it's obvious that she had like a lot of trauma, and so that's very likely the root of all these things.
Yeah, supposedly she was like raped when she was 16, I think. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think she had a lot of issues. And I definitely don't want to downplay any of that and trauma in people's lives for sure.
All parties.
But it's like, this seems extremely, Jeffrey Dahmer-ish. Mm-hmm. For someone who's had trauma in their life. I mean, I know a whole lot of people who have had a whole lot worse trauma than that.
Yeah.
Or that have had a lot of trauma. I don't know about worse, but have had a lot of trauma in their life, and they're not doing something this bizarrely crazy, hurtful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the scene where it shows like the police footage of him telling her that it's her mom, with her mom like right there, and just like her poor little face is just like so flat. She's just like not even computing what this means, what he's saying. And then the mom's like holding her head and like petting her, and I'm just like, get off of her.
I know. Did you feel like when the daughter first heard it, she didn't look overly shocked?
I know, but I think that was honestly just like shock, but not like outward.
I think she obviously was in shock, but something about her, like, I just imagine if this had been going on in my life for the years, I was like a couple of years at least. Okay, this is going on in my life and it's turned my life totally upside down. And then come to find out the moment that it was my mom doing it the entire time. And she had almost zero response to that.
But you have to think like she's really young and she obviously has trauma bonded to her mom.
Right.
And is probably like, doesn't want anything bad to happen to her mom. Knows her mom loves her. She loves her mom. And so I feel like that's just like a lot to like comprehend for a 14-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's like being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah. I know. Poor thing. I was happy to see when, at the end, when she was like, this brought me and my dad a lot closer. And I felt like he handled that really well too. Granted, I'm like, how could you not know what was going on? Obviously, he was a little bit detached from...
Weight loss solutions are not one size fits all. Hers makes it simpler to get started and stick with a weight loss plan, backed by expert-guided online care that puts your weight loss goals first. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through Hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
The family, if he didn't know his wife was not going to work every day, and she said she handled the finances, and I read something that said that since she handled the finances, she kept saying stuff like, well, we were hacked by so-and-so, and they had to like foreclose on 2 homes, and like he just like let that happen, like allowed that to be the answer.
I mean,
you know?
that would seem like somebody was half asleep. If
he probably was.
He doesn't even know she hasn't worked in how many years, and known the fact that a whole salary is missing out of the household. It's like, don't you think that's kind of, and I know a lot of times men are, they're kind of in their own little world in this situation, but men, you guys got to wake up too.
Yeah. It kind of seems like, I mean, it sucks that it had to come to this, but that kind of like snapped him out to be like, I need to step up. And I liked that he was like, you need to go somewhere. He didn't like blow up, and I don't know.
Yeah, and he really looked like he was really being there for his daughter and being, that person that she needed.
Yeah.
Given the fact that she couldn't see her mother. I mean, she had like a stay away agreement or something. What? Yeah, I know she couldn't see her mother when her mother was in jail, but then after that, she didn't see her for a long time. I don't know what their relationship is now, but
yeah, I read something that said they did a couple different interviews in this documentary, and the first one where she's like on the bed with the pink shirt, she was a lot younger, and so this was still kind of fresh, and she's like, I love my mom and I want to see my mom. And then later, after a couple of years, she seemed a lot more like she'd given this whole thing a lot of thought, and like, I want to see my mom when I'm ready, or when we're both ready. I don't want to see her in prison. Mm-hmm. And did you know she's going to school for criminology?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
That.
Good for her. Well, hopefully she's got a little bit more, seemed really withdrawn, kind of, I guess, because she's been through so much crap. Yeah. But
when her mom probably is like kept her isolated,
right,
a lot,
kept her kind of dependent on her.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just felt bad for the other kids that like got dragged into it too. Like obviously the little boyfriend, Owen, he was like, this has traumatized me for life.
Oh, of course.
Poor kid. And then his parents, and then the other girl that got blamed for a long time. And
yeah, I mean, there really should have been more. I mean, hopefully those people got, the therapy or the help, and the, they have their families and whatnot to But that is a lot to go through as a kid.
Yeah. And the mom in the interview, when they're trying to like say why, like, why would you do this?
Did she ever really answer that?
I mean, not really. She said like, which is so funny. She's like, I was trying to protect her from growing up by sending her crude messages of things she probably never even heard of.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know Laura Cleary?
Yes.
Yes. She's she just posted a video of her doing a fake interview with the mom, but it's her playing both characters. So she's like wearing a wig being the mom, but she's interviewing herself. And it's so funny. I'll have to post it on our Instagram because
definitely
it's
do
hilarious.
that. I definitely do that.
It's kind of dirty and inappropriate, but you know.
Well, that's
it's
just
fine.
what we like. The dirtier and the more inappropriate, the better.
But yeah, it's crazy that like it went on for so long. I don't know. And that there's not a better way to get to the bottom of where the messages are coming from. Yeah. Other than getting the FBI involved, you know.
Right. Right. And like the schools and stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of this stuff was happening when the kids were at school and they were getting all these messages.
Yeah,
and
no way they could focus on learning and be present. I don't know. I'm like, what if I was the lead investigator, what if they took every person's phone away one at a time, and then obviously when the messages stop, then you got
that's how you would know.
Yeah.
But
no, then she would just find another phone.
But even if they did that, what they probably wouldn't even have done the mom, because they would not even think the mom. They might think the dad maybe, but no one would think the mom would do that.
Well, it sounds like they initially were like, well, what if it was the parents? And they're like, no, they didn't dig very deep, obviously.
Wow. I mean, the links that, you would go through or what you would do for your kids, but I mean.
And do you think, because, she said, well, I didn't start sending the messages. Yeah, I think that's full. I think she's full of shit.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie.
It was determined that that's a lie.
I know. That's definitely, because it's just so bizarre. I mean, she was really young. She was like 12 when those things started. So
I know.
So do I know that the boys have cell phones now.
They do.
So what is it like having to deal with, they're not super out there just talking all the time on their phones anyway, but I worry so much about all that.
I know. Well, I don't let them have social media for sure.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And I have them on like parental control under my phone. So any contact that they want to add has to get approved. And then anybody that's not in their contact list can't call them. Like it gets blocked automatically.
Okay.
And then I usually like check on them pretty regularly, like look at their phones and.
Right. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's
been good. It's been really good for Cannon because he's not the greatest at making friends. And last week before he had a phone, he was trying to play a game with Shep, and Shep's mean. He was just like not wanting to play with him. And then poor Cannon was like, I don't have any friends to play with. And I'm like, well, when you have friends at school, can you get their their Roblox account numbers? But he doesn't think to do that, at school. But he got his phone, and now he's already got his little friend number, and I hear him in there, and they're talking on the phone and playing a game together. And it's really cute. It's really cute. I know, and he's happy about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I would definitely not give those any kid a free reign on a telephone. I mean, there's just too much trouble that they can get into at this point in this life, and they're just not ready for it. And I think, you know, too much responsibility and too much freedom for kids is not good.
Right.
They think that they can handle it and they think that they know what's best for them, but they don't. And they don't even know what they don't know.
Exactly.
And so you just have to keep on the fight of, you're just going to have to trust me on this one, small fry, but I'm going to keep you safe.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
luckily nowadays there's really good like parental control stuff, so you can you know, block certain websites or certain age limit apps or what have you. So
Right.
Makes me feel a little bit better, but
It's sad because the criminals are smart and they're sneaky, and they Shelly and Jody were talking about this on Single and Ready to Mingle on Adjacent about these scammers in dating, and how especially in older, and I'm not going to say older, but grown women, not 20-year-olds going out to bars. I mean, like grown women who have established lives where they have bank accounts and they have, you know, nice homes and nice cars. Well, these men that they're dating are coming in and, you know, stealing and, you know, or whatever, trying to get their hooks into these women's money, and they're handing it over, some of them. And, you know, Shelly's like, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm sure it happens to men too. I don't want to just say it's a girl thing of getting scammed, but if someone asks you for money when you've known them for a month,
run away.
do not give it to them, and that's definitely
Red flag.
Yeah. And I think that was really good advice. And another thing that they talked about on there with that was, you know, this is where your tribe comes in handy. You've got to keep an eye on each other.
Yeah.
If you see that your friend or your daughter or your sister or your cousin or whatever, they're suddenly telling you, yeah, I gave him, you know, so-and-so money, or I co-signed for a car for him, or I, you know, am helping him until he's got a wire transfer. If you ever hear the words wire transfer from anyone,
no one does wire transfers.
That's a red flag. No one wires
in 2025.
Anything. And if someone tells you that they're loaded, but they're waiting on money to be these are all lies, people.
I'm waiting on my inheritance. It's locked up.
Yeah, and so
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
I'm so happy. I just
wouldn't even date, honestly.
I'm so happy that I didn't have to worry about the scary things that happen with dating these days and stuff with you.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And so, but
Me too.
But one of the things that I wanted to make sure that always raising you, and I guess because, you know, being single, and I was always very safe and cautious, and I wanted you to always be safe and cautious. So I was always drilling into your head any scary scenario. I would be like, you know, just laying it all out.
Yeah, there was no sugarcoating.
No, like even when you were like maybe like 5 years old, and you did have a problem with running off, and you wanted to go do your own thing and whatever. You had your own mind, and I think I said to you, look, if you don't want to be kidnapped by a scary man and he's going to take you home and do sick things to you and I'm never going to see you again, then you better stay by me. And I mean, good thing is you listened pretty well to those threats.
Yeah, because my kids would be like, whatever, Mom, you know. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about until they're getting kidnapped. And they're like, oh, maybe my mom was right.
I remember one time we were in, I don't remember, it was something like sort of like a CVS kind of store in San Antonio. And you were probably about 2 years old, 3 years old. But you took off in that store. And I was looking all over for you, but I wasn't panicking.
You weren't full panic mode yet.
And all of a sudden I hear a pager coming over, and it's saying, Kim Knopf, come to the pharmacy counter.
Your daughter is waiting for you.
Your bawling child is over here. And so there I go. There's you. And I'm obviously very relieved, because anyone who knows, if you've lost sight of your child for even 2 seconds, it scares the whambo out of you.
Oh, I know. I have a good story about that.
Yeah,
when you're
but so I go over there, and there you are, crying your eyes out, scared. Luckily, you were very, very smart, and I taught you at a really early age things like my name, your name, my phone number, where you. I mean, you knew all the deets, so
yeah, that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, it was very impressive.
I'm kind of impressed with
and
myself.
honestly, I think it really did kind of cure you. I think it scared you. You were that kid when that happened. You learned from your mistakes.
Yeah,
which was very helpful in raising you. I didn't have to keep on trying to drill into your head,
Yeah.
A lot of times with Jake, it's like you keep teaching over and over and over and over, and it's like it just doesn't seem to be sinking in here. But with you, at least it sunk in, and yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I know that feeling well of losing your kid. So this was when I was pregnant with Shepherd. Cannon was like maybe 2. Yeah. Or maybe 3, 2.5. We were potty training. I know that. I was getting ready for work because I work nights, and Dave was home, and he's a drummer. So he was playing on his drums while I was getting ready. And then I'm walking around. I'm like, man, it's really quiet in here. And then I'm like, where's Cannon? So then I'm like looking all over.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
And like slowly the panic is setting in more and more because he's not anywhere. He's nowhere.
Oh, no.
And then I happen to walk by the laundry room, which leads out to the garage. And I see the door to the garage open and then the garage door up. And I'm like, oh no. And we lived like right behind a busy street. So, of course I'm thinking, I'm going to go out there and see him squashed in the middle of the road. Squashed.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be witnessing my own child being hit by a car today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, I run out there and I'm like, well, maybe he's just right out in front. So then I'm like looking all over, can't find him. And it feels like so long.
Yeah.
It's like a short amount of time feels like so long. Granted, it was like probably a good 10 minutes before we like actually found him. And, then I'm also pregnant, so I'm hormonal, and people are like going on runs. I'm like, did you see a little boy? And I did eventually call the police because in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to have to be on the news begging the people to return my son.
Oh no.
And so I call the police and they're like, well, what is he wearing? And remember how I said we were potty training? Well, he had been wearing a shirt and nothing else. So he was naked on the bottom. And so I tell the police officer, well, he's wearing like a blue striped shirt and nothing on the bottom. And it's like a little silent pause. And he goes, so he's naked on the bottom.
Oh no.
Like, yes, we're potty training. Okay. And then Dave gets in his car and starts driving around. And he said, he was driving down the road and saw these 2 ladies walking and carrying him with his little naked butt. And they, so he stopped and they're like, we saw him and we thought we recognized him from that house in the front corner of yours. And so we were going to bring it back. And, turns out the dog, I guess the door didn't get latched. So the dog ran out. And then, so he was like, well, I got to go catch the dog. So we found the dog, we found the kid, the police came and I was like, everything's fine.
Oh,
and they said,
gosh.
does this happen often? No, thank God. So anyways, I lost like 10 years of my life after that.
Yeah, because they're probably like lucky they didn't bring charges on you or something. I've seen those videos of these parents but I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, even the best of parents, I don't know a single parent that hasn't at one time lost one of their children. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't have your eyes on them
all
the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. And then I had to go to work. I called and I was like, I'm going to be late because I need to like come down.
Like I need to lower my blood pressure quite a bit.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's not for the faint at heart. Losing a kid anywhere. We lost Jake one time we were at Schlitterbahn.
Oh Lord.
And we were at that, the part in Schlitterbahn that's all the little kids, and they've got all these little like boats and arcs and little mushrooms with water coming off of it. And it's like a whole area. It's a pretty big area.
Yeah.
And so we lost him in there, and the panic just is. Luckily, we found him really pretty quickly. I'd say maybe like 3 minutes tops, but it just, and especially in a place like that where there's just so many people.
I know. When we went to Disney, I was like always worried because it's just so crowded. They could very easily like get caught up with another group and so I was like, they're gonna have Apple AirTags on them, and this is when I'm like, can we bring in some possible way to microchip our kids?
Yeah,
because we do it to our pets and they can take it out when they're 18, but I feel like it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
well, I definitely think it's a good idea for someone like maybe like Jake or someone who is a wanderer or maybe isn't able to tell you information about themselves. I think it would actually be very helpful.
Yeah,
I actually said to Jake I should get like a little QR code and tattoo it on him, and it would become to give our information on
Scan
him.
me.
Yeah. But I mean, he's pretty good he knows all of his information.
Yeah, and he knows directions and maps like better than anyone.
Oh, so he's not going to be lost.
No, he'll never be lost. He'll choose to go somewhere, but he will not be lost.
Yeah, he will never be lost. But so another thing I wanted to tell you about was, and I know you don't have time to listen to a whole lot of podcasts because he's a busy working woman.
I do listen to and from work because I have to work 5 days a week now, so I feel like I'm always in the car. But yeah.
So Kim Brown, who's Kim Mason Brown, that's Pam McCullough's sister. She's in St. Louis, and she started Kim and Friends, and so she's doing these real talks, and I really love it because it's so honest and real and raw. But she said something this time that kind of resonated with me, because one of the things I struggle with, and I don't know if you do too, because we don't really have time to talk about our feelings a whole lot, but
I don't do that anyways.
I know you don't have a whole lot of feelings, but I struggle a lot with guilt. I always have. I feel guilty that maybe I wasn't a good enough mom with you because I had to work and I had to be crazy doing 40,000 million things. I mean, I was in property management. I was working all the time, and I was on call, and I was, kind of maybe not as present as I should be. I don't know. Looking back, you wonder about these things.
And I think every mom feels
guilt
to
I mean, I'm
degree.
not sitting here, really overly dwelling on it. I think you turned out okay. But I think you turned out great. But I worry about that, and I feel guilt about different things in my life and things. But one of the things that I feel really guilty about is taking care of myself a lot of times. I've always put the needs of, well, number one, my kids. And then my family, Egon,
friends,
other people, whoever needs. And I always am at the kind of the last of the list. And she said something that it kind of resonated with me. She said, it's okay to want things for yourself. Because I always felt like, well, I don't need to get this for myself because, Cass
there's
needs
other things that are more important or whatever.
Yeah. Or Jake needs this therapy, or, or you don't really need that. That's frivolous or whatever. And I think that it was a really good message that it's okay to want things. And I'm not talking about materialistic things. I'm not talking about a Louis Vuitton purse. I'm talking about it's okay to want things for yourself, goals. Yeah. It's okay to want peace for yourself. It's okay to want a healthy body for yourself. Mm-hmm. And I know it's like super cliche about how, you have to take care of yourself first, or we're going to be pouring from an empty pitcher, but
it's true.
We all know that, but we also know that we're a caretaker to humans, that their needs come first. And so a lot of times there's just not enough left to do that. And so I think it was really good to hear that. I think it's a good thing to live by. Yeah. It's okay to want things for yourself.
I tell my patients that a lot, especially if they're, dealing with like postpartum depression. And I say, do you think that your son or your daughter would want a mom that's happy and healthy? And do you think you would be a better mom if you made sure you were happy and healthy first? And they're always like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, instead of thinking about yourself, think about what you doing for yourself will do to your
and child, I think too, if you're always putting yourself as the kind of the sacrificial lamb, meaning the one that always like, we do everything that everybody else wants. Everything else, and I'm always, and you as a mom, you're always happy to do it for your kids. It's not even like it even really means anything to you. But as it goes on and later in life, and you've been doing it for 10 or 20 years, it really does kind of start to weigh on you that you have not put any of your needs front and center in your own life.
Yeah. And then that's why moms snap.
Yeah. Yeah, is exactly.
Like, just out of nowhere. Like, no, it was not out of nowhere.
Which totally brings me into the next subject I wanted to talk about, which is Melanie Sanders. She's a TikTok, what do you call them? Influencer? TikTok star, entertainer? I don't know. But I know that you have seen her stuff because she's been all over. People have sent me her stuff. And I only just happen to know her name because I wrote it down, because she was she talks about perimenopausal and menopausal women and how we are tired of things. And she started the We Do Not Care Club. We Do Not Care Club, the WDNC. We Do Not Care Club.
I love it.
And she has a whole host of things that we as women in the peri and menopausal stages of life no longer want to do. And it's, I'm just gonna say we do. I'm gonna be her for a minute. Okay. I'm just gonna be her for a minute.
What don't we care about?
We do not care that it is 62 degrees in my house and you have to put on a parka and your Ugg boots to come over here and visit me. We're hot. We don't care.
Get a blanket.
We do not care that we set out this meat to thaw, to make dinner. That was earlier when we felt like cooking. Now we tired. We don't want to cook. We don't care.
Takeout.
We do not care. Well, I'd like to introduce you to our mascot, Miss Molly.
Molly May.
Molly May, our cat. We were going to have to just let her in, Cass.
If you hear her meowing, that's...
Yeah, and it's not even really meowing. She's yelling at us. She's screaming at us. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna be a regular subscriber to the We Do Not Care Club.
Yeah,
because I honestly feel that way about so many things now in my life. I do not care.
Yeah, I'm getting there too. So
Well, you're too young. You're not even perimenopausal yet.
You can be perimenopausal.
You are not
for
perimenopausal.
10 years.
Oh, yeah. This is our cat.
If you can hear her.
Kitty. So Molly, let me introduce you to her. She is our cat. She's a ragdoll cat. She's 18 years old, and evidently she's looking for us and can't find us. Looking to see where all the fun is. And it's in the podcast room.
She's an old lady.
And if we were on video,
She's an
you'd
old
be able
lady.
to see her.
Go ahead.
So what else do you what would you say that you're just not going to do, even though you're not in the club yet?
I'm an honorary member. Okay.
Hi, kitty. What up? What up, Putty Tat? Oh, now she's got the dog riled up. So our new podcast studio is pretty much finished.
Yep.
And we're going to be having our little open house. It's actually today, so stop by and visit us. We'll talk more about that at the end, but I wanted to say that because along with our little podcast comes 2 little cute pets that are being very annoying.
Yeah, they're annoying, but they're real cute. So we put up with them.
They are cute.
And once this episode drops, it'll be today. And there's some details on our Instagram that you can check out as far as like date and time. Well, we know the date because it's today. But if you want more details and you want to come, you can DM on Instagram or you can email momsfavoritepodcast@gmail.com, or just get in touch with Shelly or Jody or me or my mom via text if you have our number, and we'll be happy to have you because there's some little door prizes and games and stuff, and you're not going to want to miss the opportunity to win these things.
Oh yeah, because I mean, these are good. These are good gifts.
Yeah. Kimmy don't give away crap.
No, we do not. We don't do that around here. So yeah, so we'll have a couple of little door prizes and a couple little giveaway items and some snacks and goodies and
some drinks.
Really just kind of come by and say hi to us and see our cute little area and space here. And who knows, we might start renting this little spot out here.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Cute.
That's a good idea.
It's really cute, but I don't know about these pets. You know, we're gonna have to do something about this background noise. This is like our backup singers.
Yeah, the zoo. Zoo.
These are our backup singers.
Getting back to Melanie Sanders, I love that. I know of a couple of these women that kind of focus on menopause, like on social media, and I'm so happy that they are and that they're bringing more awareness to menopause, because it's for some reason been such a taboo thing, and the amount of patients that just don't know that this is like a normal process or that there's options. You know, they think their body's betraying them, you know, and there's so much like false information, and it's just really great that there's people out there like bringing light to it and being like, we're tired of taking this, and we're tired of being told it's anxiety, and we're tired of not having answers and not having treatments, because let me tell you, if it was a man having these symptoms, we'd have had a cure in 1945.
Oh, I know. We would have. We would have.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is. Think of it, Cass. Everything bad that happens to women starts with men. Think about it.
We don't make the rules. Okay?
Menstruation.
Menopause.
Mental
institution. Okay, that was a stretch, but just saying.
Mental problems. Yes, it is. It's all starts with men. So there you have it.
That's so funny. Yeah, like, so I've been getting, this is not really TMI because I don't care.
Good.
I've been getting testosterone injections for a while, and I found out that even if you have really low numbers and need testosterone injections, insurance doesn't cover it, but it covers testosterone replacement for men.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That doesn't seem...
it's on par, honestly, but...
Yeah.
I know.
Does it cover Viagra?
Oh, hell yeah.
Insurance covers Viagra.
Yes, of course it does.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem right. So we need to have Dr. Estep come on.
Yes.
So,
I worked with Dr. Estep as a labor nurse, and then she was gracious enough to let me be with her when I was in NP school. And so I did my clinical with her, and she's my doctor. I send everybody to her. Everybody loves her. And she is actually a certified menopause specialist. And there's not that many in Austin. And so I'm going to try, hopefully, I think she probably will. I'm going to try to have her on so we can interview her and she can kind of give us some more goodies about menopause and options. And
yeah, that will definitely be, maybe we should have like questions. We should take like questions or
questions
something
from the people for her to answer.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, anything, just send them our way, and then we'll ask her and get the scoop.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be wonderful, because Lord knows we need to know why we're having brain fog, depression, hot
itchy
flashes,
palms,
itchy ears,
itchy
everything, because you have your skin so dry.
Yeah,
I know. Hairy chin all of a sudden. Like, what?
And then the men are over here still pissing us off.
I know. What the hell?
What do you think you and Egon's biggest thing that y'all argue about is? I know it's something dumb.
It's not.
It's not something serious.
Yeah, because we're not. I mean, our arguments are just like, most of them are humorous, because it's like not even. You cannot argue with him because he doesn't argue, but he does argue about a couple of things. And one of the things we argue about is dates on food.
Like expiration dates
and how long food is good for. Like if you get takeout from a restaurant, how long can you eat it? Can you eat it a month later? I mean,
God, no.
And so I don't think it would be any surprise that I more err on the side of caution.
Me too.
And Egon, being the very financially sound man that he is, he errs on.
It's probably fine.
It's okay. It's good. It's fine. So we had like a disagreement the other night because he was going to go make these eggs. And I said, oh God, you can't eat those eggs. Those eggs aren't any good. And they were, I'm going to say like a week past the due date. Not the due date, but the date on it.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I like to eat stuff even when it's getting close to the date. I'm like, I'm not taking any chances.
I know. Okay. I'm with you too. Cause you probably learned that from me. It's like, don't take any chances. If you even question is this good, it might not be good.
I'm not risking getting salmonella for an egg. Okay.
I know.
No.
I know. And it wasn't even when eggs were like, $10 a dozen.
Right.
It was normal egg prices. Okay. So he's like, these eggs are fine. There's nothing wrong with these eggs. And it's not even about the eggs, really. It's about the fact that every time I say something, he does not believe it. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe my word. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, or maybe he just wants to be adversarial, or anyway. So he's like getting on his chat GBT and asking his little Google people and all this. How long are eggs good for? Well, I know for a fact too. I know that you can eat eggs up to a pretty good length of time after the due date, a week, 2 weeks. You can I mean, what is it if they float? Or I don't know.
There's some trick with the water.
Yeah, I do realize that you can do that they're probably fine.
But should you?
And why?
Yeah, not like we can't afford eggs.
I know. So I put them in the trash. So he goes over to the fridge and he's looking. Where's those eggs? And I said, I put them in the garbage. And he's like, what? Those eggs are fine. What does he do? He goes and gets them out. I mean, mind you, they're in an egg carton.
Yeah,
they're not. It's not like I just threw the eggs themselves into. They're in a carton, and he goes and gets them out. And of course, I'm getting like mad.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like,
why? Why are you doing this?
I'm like, you know what? I hope those eggs aren't good.
I don't want to hear one
word when you're in the bathroom.
I don't want to see one tear and hear one whine when you're praying to the porcelain gods later.
Oh, I know. I know. That's exactly what I told him too. And my whole thing is why? Why is it? Why are we having to fight over eggs that are a week old? What difference does it make? Because I know that you think, and I know that he thinks that why do you care if I eat old eggs? Mm-hmm. But my point is, why am I married to somebody who eats old food? Like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Don't do those things.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You're not hurting for food. We don't know where our next meal is going to come from, we
better hang on to these eggs. I know these are only a week old. We got to hang on to these.
Yeah.
I know. It just doesn't.
So then he ate them. They're expired and garbage eggs.
He ate them. Yeah, he ate them. Of course he did. And they're I don't want to make it sound like I'm just like got to cause trouble, got to stir the pot, but
they're probably
fine. And I realize that they're probably fine. But the point of the whole thing is like, why are we eating old food, and why are we fighting about it?
Yeah, like he could have just said,
yeah, you're right.
Like, you're probably right. They could be fine, but it's not a big deal. And leave it at that.
Instead of, these are still good. Like, he wanted to prove me a point that these are still good.
He would eat them, and then even if they were bad, he'd be not throwing see, I'm fine.
I know. These were fine. These things were totally fine as he's green over there.
On Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Where they're all sick and she's eating the Jordan almonds. And she's I love these. That's what I pictured.
Oh my God. You know that I can't even hardly watch that scene in that movie I can't watch it. It's so gross.
Yeah.
That I cannot even watch it.
You shit your pants.
I do. I watch it and I'm like, oh my God, this is so gross. I can't watch it. People shitting in the streets.
Oh my God. That movie is freaking hilarious.
Yeah. So that's one thing that we disagree on it. We disagree on expiration dates of food.
Well, it's funny. Well, not funny, but it's probably because you are not food motivated. You could just not eat and be fine, because I'm the same way. I'm I don't need to eat, or I could just eat whatever. But he's the opposite. He loves food.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
But I think with him, he could just be eating whatever. He could be eating just Totino's pizza.
I love me a Totino's.
And me, I'm not going to waste
calories,
my 4 bites on Totino's pizza. If I'm going to eat, it's good. It's going to be good pizza that I really like. Mm-hmm. But he didn't care.
Yeah.
If we go to Vegas and he says, and this happens sometimes, he'll go, hey, let's roll by Whataburger or whatever. Let's roll by In-N-Out and grab.
In Vegas?
I don't want to eat it In-N-Out. I don't want to waste
you can
the
eat
space.
that at home.
I know. So anyway, so we definitely differ about food on that level too, Yeah.
That's so funny.
I don't want to just eat anything. It needs to be, it's almost a little bit like once you've gone luxurious on stuff, like a luxury, if you've stayed at a really nice luxurious hotel, you don't want to stay at a crappy hotel. If you've driven a really nice luxurious car, you don't want to drive a Pinto. Like, you don't know
They
what
don't
a
make
Pinto
those anymore.
is. I know, but you don't want to drive like
Toyota
a
Camry.
Chevette.
They don't make those anymore either.
Okay. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
you get kind of spoiled.
Yeah.
And so I don't
It's like, I'm
wanna
not going to just eat to eat.
I don't want to eat top ramen. I mean, I've eaten that shit.
Shep is like obsessed with ramen.
Oh, I know. He
I'm
told
like,
me.
I try to explain. I'm like, there's so much sodium. I'm trying to like be all scientific about it. I'm like, there's so much sodium and your kidneys are going to shrivel up to raisins and you're going to have high blood pressure. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. Give me my ramen. I had to stop buying it because he would eat it like 3 meals a day if I let him. It's not even good. It tastes like cardboard.
I know. And it was like, that's what we would eat when we had no money in like college and in early 20s.
Yeah.
When we'd buy like a case of top ramen.
Yeah.
And that would be like part of our meals for the week.
Yeah.
It was kind of good, actually, back then. Of course, now I eat that stuff and I think this is horrible. Yeah. I eat things that I used to love. Like I loved Ding Dong. And I ate one not long ago and I was like, this tastes like shit.
Yeah.
What is this waxy chocolate on the outside of it? How did I think this was good?
Okay, so speaking of waxy chocolate, you know those little chocolate donuts?
Yeah.
I love
chocolate.
those. And my nanny Sharon, Kim's mom, used to call them paraffin donuts. And so now I say that all the time. It's true because you eat them, there's like a film on the top of your mouth and they're not good.
And on your teeth. Your teeth are brown after you eat them.
Yeah.
It looks like you have doo-doo on your teeth.
Paraffin donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
That's crazy.
So I know that this is kind of a sidebar, random story, but I just thought of it and I think y'all will laugh. So here we go.
Yeah. I love a laugh.
The other day I had a little patient. I had seen her earlier in the week for just like a routine postpartum checkup. Everything was fine. But then she called on Friday saying, well, I forgot to mention this when I was there, but I've been having chest pain and it feels like a heart attack. And my MA started to be like, oh my God. And I go, okay, look, she hasn't been having a heart attack for a week. I can tell you that for sure. So it's not that. And if she forgot to mention, it must not be that bad. And so I called her back, or we called her back and said, what's going on? You said you're having chest pain. She's like, oh no, it's breast pain. English was not this woman's first language. So, there's like a little bit of a language barrier. And I'm like, oh, okay, breast pain. So then I'm automatically like, oh, it's probably mastitis. I'm like, well, can you kind of describe the pain? Like, is it on one side? She's like, yeah, it's on the left. And it feels like how someone would feel when they're having a heart attack. I'm like, first of all, you can't have a heart attack in your boob. Second of all, how on earth would you know what it feels like to have a heart attack? You've never had one. Anyways, it was so funny. And then the rest of the day we were like, heart attack titty. Because we have dark humor, but it was so funny. I was like, oh my God, let me write this down. This is like absurd things.
Oh my God.
I bet like what it feels like to have a heart attack? No, I do not. I've never had one, and definitely not in my boob. I was like, good Lord.
Oh my gosh. So what was it? I mean, do we ever even really know what it was, or she just...
No, it's like, it might be gas, but no.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. That's so funny. Like when the cardiologist said, oh, well, you're having chest pains. Well, is it when you're like exerting yourself or, like exercising or whatever? And I said, no, it's when my son comes home.
Strangely, it's only when I'm around my son.
Yeah, he thought that was pretty funny, but
that's cute.
Yeah. I bet you guys have so many stories. And, I talked to my cousin, it's actually my cousin-in-law. I'm going to call her Monica, my cousin-in-law. And her 2 daughters are also nurses, and they have so many stories. One of them is an ER nurse, and the other one is, I want to say, like an
ICU.
Critical care, ICU nurse. And so we were talking about how cool it would be to have them come and tell some of their
Totally.
nursing adventures and stories. And
I know there's some whack stuff in the ER. So
I'm sure. I am so sure. And Hunter, that's the one that works in the ER, I'm sure she can tell a great story. She's super funny, and she's like her mom, real dry sense of humor. And I think that would be so much fun.
It would.
We'd have to definitely do a video, do an interview with them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we got some good interviews coming up.
We do.
We got some lined up.
Some friends of ours and
some friends, and hopefully we can get Dr. Estep and actually I go to Dr. Estep too. Remember you sent me to her because when I said I need help with menopausal stuff,
you're like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm like, you are in menopause.
I know. God, it is so hard. You do feel like you're going crazy.
You do.
That Melanie Sanders, she said, why did I start this? She has a little video about why did she start her little TikTok group and her movement, she calls it. And it's, she said, I just woke up one day and didn't even feel like myself anymore. Like, who am I?
Yeah.
It's like, and that is really how it feels sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then everybody else is like, what's wrong with you?
I know.
So we need to make the people aware so they don't say something dumb. Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm in menopause. I'm in menopause and I'm going to take you out.
I'm going to wring your neck.
Don't fuck with mommy. Remember when I still say that sometimes.
That's a sound bite for you.
I definitely say that. Where did I get that from? Laurie? I can't remember. Don't fuck with mommy. I don't know, but I used to use it when I would go up to my ARD meetings.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd go to ARD meetings.
And they try to pull it over on you.
And try to be walking in and think they were dealing with I don't know who.
Yeah,
but,
just some regular Joe Schmo.
Yeah. I'm like,
you must not know me.
Welcome. Welcome to the jungle.
You're like,
people.
this I'm conducting this meeting now.
I know. Another couple of things we've got coming up too is October is Pandas and Pans. October 9th is actually Pandas Pans Awareness Day. And so we're going to have a show on the Pandas and Pans topic.
Totally.
And it's something that's affected me very greatly and my family very greatly. And so
and I think it's not I know it's not well known, so anybody we can educate.
Yeah, that's definitely the purpose. And I've actually got a friend that wrote a book on it. And so I'm hoping, I did speak with her, Melissa Nolan. I did speak with her, and hopefully she's going to come on in the next week or so. And we can get that recorded so we can have it come out before the night.
Yeah.
They actually have a big rally down at the Capitol. So it's really kind of neat because it's not something that a lot of people know about. And so to be able to have a day and a proclamation and a rally down at the Capitol, it's really, it's good to see. So I try to go down there every year, and you get to speak and to kind of tell a little bit about your story too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
What else is going on in October?
Oh, that's right. I do know what's
trying to gesture
going on in October. We have a little wedding coming up. My niece Erica is getting married October 17th in San Antonio. We're so excited about it. She is just...
She's so deserving. The relationship that she has with Javi.
Yes.
I'm just very happy for her.
She is. She went to school in San Antonio. She came down from Connecticut, moved down here, and decided she wanted to get out of the cold weather, moved to the heat. And she graduated from UTSA, and works for Bank of America, and met Javi. Javi also works for Bank of America. I think he works for Merrill Lynch. But we're going to definitely have them on and be talking more, get more information about them. But yes, I'm excited about her wedding, and she's just going to be a beautiful little bride.
Yes, of course.
So excited.
Yes, everyone loves a wedding.
Everybody loves a happy couple, and they're happy, and I love to see them together. It's Erica struggled a little bit and finding
she fought through some
her
stuff.
prince.
Yeah, she fought through some stuff, but she's on the other side now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, good. So I'm excited about that. So we'll have photos of that, and some more information about our kind of shenanigans or what's going to happen, because when you get the family together, the family's all coming in, and then there's going to be a wedding, there's going to be
and no wedding like goes off perfectly. I mean, mine did, but
but this is Cassidy we're talking about.
Everybody else, something goes wrong, someone dropped the cake.
I've never seen Cassidy. You put that wedding. Cassidy is a planner when it comes to that kind of stuff, and she's not going to leave anything to chance. And every stone is turned, and it's no wonder it went off without a hitch.
This was before Pinterest, so.
Oh yeah, this was before Pinterest.
Yeah,
I want to talk about your wedding sometime. So we need to do let's talk about like how it all I mean, it may not be like a whole podcast about it, but
a segment. If you
there
will.
was some kind of fun things and a couple of cute stories and stuff. So
it was super fun.
And I love a wedding. I love a wedding story.
I love a wedding. I don't want to do it ever again, but I love to attend. And so
another thing that you and I I wanted to share this also is how do I say this? So we've had we've had crime in Circle C more lately than we have in the past. I know that there's no safe place anywhere. There's crime everywhere. I get that. But in Austin, it seemed like there's been like an uptick of crime. And of course, there's all these, other shootings and things and, just things going on that I don't know. I'm kind of questioning whether or not I feel safe. I mean, somebody in Circle C, there was actually a home invasion that happened where, when I say home invasion, I mean someone broke in while the people were home. And I'm just like, I'm home all day.
Yeah.
And we also,
by yourself.
The location of our house is kind of, I don't know. Like we have this greenbelt area behind us where easily someone could, kind of sneak
Run
in,
off.
jump our fence and be right here. So, and I am not a weenie wunny scary. I've lived by myself. I've lived alone. I'm used to being alone. I have never been scared to live alone or be by myself. This is the first time in my life where, as a woman of a certain age, where I am home by myself, and going forward, you think of, if something ever happens to Egon, I need to be able to take care of myself. I need to be able to protect myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge gun person. We don't have guns.
Yeah.
I've shot guns before, of course, but I'm not a gun owner. I'm not comfortable with guns yet, but I did decide that rather than be scared of it, I'm going to empower myself, and I'm going to be taking a gun class. And I asked Cass if she would join me.
And Dave said he wanted to do it too.
I know. I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I just, I know that so many people are like, oh, it's so scary because they'll take it away from you and they'll shoot you with it. And yes, I know. And hopefully we can train ourselves enough to where that won't happen. But man, I swear, I just would feel better knowing that we would have that
some kind of protection. Yeah. Yep.
And then, and Jake is not here living on a regular basis right now. So, I would definitely, what's one reason why we never really thought about having guns was because of him, and the safety of things. But I know that we are very safe people. I am looking at every angle of anything that could go wrong and trying to figure out how to prevent it. So I'm going to try to learn and, I guess get a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could put some barbed wire fence around your house.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, I know your experience with guns was started when you were 3 years old and you stole Nanny's. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell that story. I mean,
Yeah. I was like, where's she going with this? I've never shot a gun.
I took you to Nanny's house, your grandmother, my mom's house, and we were visiting and you were there and we came back. I guess maybe we spent the night there or something, because we usually did when I take you to go visit.
Yeah. Because
we lived in San Antonio and she lived in Temple. And I remember I get a call, and this is back when we had a phone, like a telephone,
like
no
a corded phone.
And she's like, Kimmy, my bullets are missing. My bullets are missing, and I'm afraid Cassidy might have found them. And you were literally 3 years old. You were 3. And I'm like, what? And she was always real worried. She always had guns.
Yeah.
My mom always had a gun. She lived alone a lot of the time. And
she's like the original "Don't fuck with mommy."
Oh yeah, she's the "Don't fuck with Nanny" Sharon. And so yeah, for sure, because she slept with a big gun right under her mattress, and I'm telling you what, she knew how to use it and would not hesitate to use it.
Like, go ahead and try.
Yeah, try me. And so anyway, I went in and I'm like, Cassidy, did you see Nanny's bullets?
How did I even know what they were?
And I'm like, well, where were they? And she said, well, I had them in a little Ziploc bag, like in the drawer or something, in my dresser drawer or whatever. And I said, did you see Nanny's bullets? And you said, yeah, they're in her room behind the chair. And so I tell my mom, the bullets are in your room behind the chair. And she's like, hold on, runs in there because, you can't
take the phone.
It's not even a cordless phone, mind you. And so she runs in there and comes running back and goes, I found them. That's where they were. And there's the little baggie of bullets.
So obviously I saw them and we're like, ooh, these are bad. I need to hide these. These are danger.
And you hit them. Yeah. Because I'm sure she probably said at one point, don't touch these bullets, Cassidy. Yeah. Or maybe she just, I know that when you would be around, she would unload her gun. And so that's why she had her bullets separate from her gun. Her gun was not loaded when you were in the house.
Yeah.
So I knew that was the way, but yeah. And then remember that time you found money? You found $500. Do you remember this?
Found it where?
It was in her, you were in her room and you were playing in her dresser with her scrunchies, hair ties, and you found $500. Or maybe it was more than that. It was like a wad of hundreds in that scrunchy basket. And you come running out with it and you said, what's this? Look what I found. And she said, where'd you find that? And you showed her and she said, oh, I forgot all about that being there. And then she gave you like $300 or something. She gave you like a finder's fee, she called it.
I wish I could find that now.
I know. I wish I could find.
I could use that.
I wish I could find $500 just laying there.
Apparently, I snooped a lot.
Well, you did get into stuff.
Yeah, well, you know how I got it from.
Love to get into stuff.
Mrs. Snoop over here.
You love to get into stuff. I mean, you got, especially if it was like makeup. When you were real little, you'd get into the fridge and like pour stuff out. I'd find like ketchup and salad dressing and chocolate syrup, like poured out into the fridge. And the makeup thing was I think you did that for 5 years, where you would just get in. You loved to get into makeup, and any kind of like cold cream or face wash or any kind of products.
Yes.
You were just like me.
Vaseline in the hair.
Oh, Vaseline in the hair was the worst. Oh my God. When that would happen, it would be like, oh Lord, not again. Yeah, because getting Vaseline out of a kid's hair is
I can imagine.
Easy feat. I mean, you were a grease ball for probably a couple of weeks. Yeah.
That's funny.
So for sure.
Well, I do still love products, so.
Beauty products. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what else? Anything else going on? Got any other October excitement coming on besides this wedding? And we got
on the 8th, it's me and Dave's 15 wedding anniversary. Can you believe that?
No.
What the hell?
I cannot. 15 years you've been married. That's great.
I don't know
how do you feel? Do you feel like you're going to keep him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm invested now.
I know. Do you sometimes feel like that marriages should be like on a year-to-year renewal basis? Every year. Maybe every year is too much. Maybe every quarterly, like every 3 years. Like every 3 years.
And then what would happen?
Like every 3 years, we're going to renew our contract and we're going to go over like, hey, you said that you would not leave all your laundry all over the place like this, and you're still doing it. So I don't know.
Well, that
might be grounds
happens.
to
That
break this
happens
contract.
anyway. That happens. There's always like these things need to happen and okay, and then it's better for a little while, and then slowly
I know
we get back to like, didn't we have this
know.
conversation already? But yeah,
I know.
No, I don't want to trade him in.
I know. Well, the thing about it is the grass is not greener, and you would have someone with worse problems, and you might as well just accept just whatever. He's a pretty good guy. So
He's a great guy, and he worships me, and I mean, I can't ask for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happy anniversary.
I know.
15
it's crazy.
years.
I
That's
know,
great. Are y'all
like,
going to do anything?
That's like old people's anniversary numbers.
I know. I know. And ACL is coming up.
Yeah. That's usually what we do as like our anniversary.
But y'all are going to weekend one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I'm gonna go to ACL too. I am not gonna go to ACL like 3 days of torturous inferno and walking and standing in a million lines. But I do want to go see Hosier.
Hosier is so good live.
I have never seen
Sabrina Carpenter.
I've never seen him. You know what?
You don't care about
I don't
that?
like her. I want to like her because she's so doggone popular, but it's not that I don't like her music. Something about her I don't like. She looks like she's trying to pretend like she's being somebody else too much, and it's kind of like I like more authentic singers.
It's like a character.
Yeah, she seems very characterish, and she acts real like Betty Boopy.
That's a good description.
She's very blonde. She's like a blonde Betty Boop. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's great. But for me, I'm kind of, I do like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I'm very much a Swiftie for sure. And there's a lot of young singers that I do like. I like Tate McRae.
I love Tate McRae. I have been watching Tate McRae because she's a dancer. I mean, everybody knows, but I saw her on So You Think You Can Dance Junior when she was like 13.
Oh, wow.
And I've followed her on like social media since then. And then she would like post singing videos every now and then. And now it's like blossomed into this like incredible singing career. And she's so hot.
I know. She really is.
She's so hot.
I don't know. I just feel like she's more authentic.
Yeah. And I love that she's not like rail thin.
Yeah.
She's like got a little bit of curve and like, embraces that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Me too. Yes. Me too.
Okay. Well, I think that is a wrap on our episode today. We dove into Netflix's documentary Unknown Number, the High School Catfish.
AKA the documentary that made me feel like a great mom because, hey, I never harassed you for a year straight, Cass.
Wow. What an accomplishment. Truly inspiring.
But seriously, this case shows what happens when mental health struggles go untreated. It spills out onto everyone around them.
Yeah, and mental health care isn't optional, it's survival. So get a therapist, not a burner phone, and hug your kid. Don't catfish them, okay?
Cheers to that. Take care of yourself and check in on the people you love. We'll be back next week with less disturbing subject material.
Here's to hoping. This is Mom's Favorite, signing off.
Bye, y'all.